we'll talk about public perception. How do you feel the public reacts to caricature art? What do you feel about the general population's perception of caricatures?
I feel like most people have a very strong misconception of what caricature is, because I feel like it's definitely an art form that's constantly evolving, that I think most people are not understanding of what they're going to be getting.
Which really undermines even just the idea that you could be like a professional caricature artist. It's not only is the caricature itself viewed as a gimmick, but the job is viewed as almost a gimmick in itself, you know. So I think if anything could be understood, it's that we are, you know, a serious industry with professional artists that are doing professional work.
And it should be appreciated. So, and that's kind of, I wish I could express to people that just walk up, because I get so many, you know, people, you know, you're not going to make me ugly, are you? You're not going to make me fat, or you're going to draw me pretty, aren't you? And I just want to say, you know, it's not about ugly or pretty. I can make this funny and cool and exciting and interesting and everything else, but, you know, there's more to be expected.
Like, oh, you draw crazy caricatures, so you just exaggerate everyone's flaws. And in my mind, there's no such thing as flaws, there's just features.
This celebrates what makes you unique. It isn't necessarily your flaws. Don't look at them as flaws. Look at it as what separates your face from every other human's face on this planet.
I think on the average, people don't have a very lofty opinion of caricatures. I think they see them as like a clown at a party or a little throwaway gag gift. And I think it's probably because in the United States, they're at carnivals and fairs and theme parks and things like that and malls. So they put them on the level of anything that you can just buy that's a novelty and throw away. But there is such a serious art form behind it. So I think when people start seeing how serious you take it, they become shocked by that. I don't know. I don't think the average person really respects caricatures, but I think once they see the artist's passion, they start to become intrigued.
All right, Tom, bring the easels.
Hi, my name is Javier Gonzalez. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. This is my 3rd year here at the South Texas State Fair. I've been doing caricatures since the summer of 1992. Started out at Cedar Point, Ohio. Well, it's Easter Sunday, and it is a cool and rainy day. It's been pretty slow, but you know, we're having fun, taking our time with our sketches, fitting in some work in our artwork, and we're just having a ball.
What other places have you been to? I've been all over, but as far as like doing this professionally, I've drawn for theme parks in New Jersey and Florida, and then we do an annual convention every year where caricature artists meet up and we draw each other, and that's held in a different place every year. So that's been in Texas, Nevada, Florida, Ohio.
Like what do you expect when you come to a stand like this?
I wanted to see what was funny about me, what people kind of see, what they see, not only the double chin, but you know, the brows.
I want to see myself as a cartoonist, see how it is, and maybe laugh about it. You know, it might be funny looking, but hey, it's art.
I come to get pictures that once a year made from a different one, and you never know what you're going to get or how you're going to make them or what they're going to do. You just wait till they're done. If you don't like them, you can always throw them in the trash, and if you like them, you hang them on a wall.
I've always liked caricatures, but I've always been kind of afraid of getting one. But I really like the art form as a style because it brings out, you know, the inner person. I think really having somebody draw you really makes you see yourself as in a light that you're not really used to. So, and I've always wanted to see what someone else saw of me.
My name's Derek Brennan. I'm a caricature artist at the Beaumont, Texas State Fair. And this is the last day. This is Sunday, the day we tear down. I mean, the whole entire fair has been really good. Today's been cloudy, rainy. It's been okay actually because yesterday was so busy, so we get a chance to relax. The bad thing is I've been sick. I got that from Tom being sick, and now Joe's sick. So everyone's sick, and that's just something that happens when you're on the road, when you put a bunch of guys in a hotel together, and we all are in each other's air.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's so good. And you didn't even give me black lipstick.
Ta-da! Oh yeah. Whoa!
Thank you.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you both.
Ta-da. You guys ready to see it?
Yeah.
We got it.
You ready?
All right, guys. You ready for it? All right. There we go.
Look, Vader. Yo, I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta breathe. Breathe it in. Breathe it in.
Breathe it. Big Bruce, you ready for it?
Let me see if you can make my pacemaker go off here.
There it is.
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome. I'm glad.
I like that. That's perfect.
So we're just ripping it off.
Are you ready, my man?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Say action.
You're rolling.
There you are.
I love it. I love it.
it. Are we done?
All right, guys. Thanks for coming over here. Can't wait till next year.
All right, so let's just talk about caricatures in general. What makes a successful caricature?
Well, I've always said that there are three things that make a successful caricature. First is recognizability, which could be likeness.
It's got to have a likeness, and I think a big part of it is capturing the personality.
Successful caricature, definitely likeness. I think is number one, something that's fun, animated, cartoony.
Exaggeration, obviously, and there are degrees of exaggeration. I think that a good caricature exaggerates to the point where the recognizability is still strong.
A successful caricature to me is one that is exaggerated but also feels like the person.
I think a successful caricature is a depiction, if you're talking about people, a depiction of a person's face or personality that is exaggerated to enhance the likeness.
The third thing is something that I call statement, or just saying something about the person, you know? It's a narrative quality to the caricature. It might not be anything more than just capturing an expression, you know, giving personality, so to speak.
What a caricature artist tries to do is capture the perfect frame of that person with the personality, the expression, coloring and lighting, all that stuff. They try to really, everything should cater to that person's likeness.
Well, to me, caricature is, it's a very, very simple thing. It's pushing the truth. It's basically capturing the truth, exaggerating the truth. That's all it is.
I'll do a sketch, I'll do a rough drawing just to remember the initial shape and idea that I wanted to get. For this, I'm just going to do it simple with a marker. And the space, the width of your smile, the way your eyes curl a little bit, like they're kind of really squeezed. And then the shape I see, like this drawn wide area of the face. I'm Joe Bloom. I'm an artist. I work in animation and publishing and illustration and film. Well, I always drew caricatures. I always drew my brothers, my teachers, and my family members. And then one year during college, I wanted to take a summer break and get a job that was not working for my dad. So I happened to stumble upon an interview with portrait or caricature artists, and I didn't know anyone did that for a job. I thought, oh, that's cool, I'd already do that. So I met a few friends, who are now friends, who were hiring, and ended up getting a summer job doing caricatures at a theme park in Ohio and dropping out of school because I was having so much fun doing it. The first summer was a real like boot camp for drawing. I feel like I learned more my first 2 years drawing caricatures than I did in art school. I feel like that was my real art school. Yeah, I think caricature massively has influenced what I do in animation. When you draw so many faces, and I would have them look to the side and front and all that, try to get different angles on my caricatures and learn structure through that. Then doing character design and doing expression sheets for a character, it's so much easier. I happened to meet William Joyce here, started storyboarding on what would be the fantastic flying books of Mr. Morris Lesmore. And once I met him, we clicked. I begged them to let me stay through and finish this project with them. And then throughout that project, we formed Moonbot Studios. This is Moonbot Studios, this is the lobby. Try to make it look as cartoony and ridiculous as we can. A little trophy shelf, or shelves. It's cool when it's your peers, and it's cool when you believe that it was good. But I think the same thing I said about caricature. You hold yourself to a standard that no one else can compare to. And that's when you're truly an artist, when you really want to create something at a high quality, you hold yourself to a standard, and if other people hold you to a higher standard, I think you're failing. And so getting a trophy is like, it feels good, but that's, I think, where it ends for me. Storyboarding is the best, to me it's the most fun process, because if you can nail down the lighting. See, I did like 2 different versions of the opening here, where there's an old man, and that's the guy telling the story, and it's because of the way Poe wrote it, there was an ambiguity to it. But then I thought, well, we don't want to give even that away, maybe we should just show a mask and freak people out because he wears a mask during this story. Then I realized, well, then they'll give it away too, so maybe it can look like a skull. So this is like sort of just exploring, and that's what's fun about storyboarding, is you can explore so many different ways to tell the story and so fast do iterations. And also in a storytelling manner, that's what I learned from Caricature too, is like if you make something big, it doesn't look big unless you make something around it seem small. So we would have all this energy and action rushing of like struggle, close-ups, details of a grappling and a fight, and then to pause right after that on this silent room of a flame flickering, and the camera's wide now instead of tight, and it's all moving fast now, who's moving slow, and then you learn who bested who. I mean, you can totally relate that to caricature. That's what's funny when people talk about style of art. I think if you're being honest about your work, if you're really trying to make stuff, a style is just a byproduct of your habits and deficiencies. Like the way you move your hand every time that's different, that's limited, and also your bad habits. That creates a style. Like I don't think any painter or artist ever said, I'm going to do this style, and then they choose, and it had nothing to do with their bad habits. I think it has everything to do with bad habits. The biggest thing right away was just learning how to draw with a marker. That sucked. I sucked at it really bad. Because everything I drawn was with pencil or paint, and you have lots of opportunity to change it as you go. But the marker is not forgiving, so you just have to like commit to a line, and then it changes how you put strokes down on the paper and how you draw shapes.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
You're not. Yeah, you two are holding hands. You two are holding feet.
This is your body.
Yeah, your nose is
turned
stuck
up.
in his butt.
Wait a second. This is your gums right here. Here's your eyes, your gums.
Okay.
This is your nose right here.
Oh, I see. This is like it's like two nostrils and your eyes are in the nostril, and that kind of like doubles as the other nostril.
This is the tightrope that every caricature artist walks. People do like caricatures and people enjoy them, but you have to really understand where that balance is sometimes. And of course, sometimes I push it, sometimes I exaggerate it, and I've seen it go over amazingly successful, and I've had some others that are just complete abysmal failures.
I seen an artist by the name of Grigor Grigor, and I just wanted to draw like that. And it didn't look like it. It was kind of wonky and just crazy. I just shot for the fences. But yeah, and then customers thought I was kind of insane.
I would say I feel it out every time. Just kind of, I tried to stay away from doing just the simple, cute caricature and still give them something very unique. But I think the level of exaggeration, that's something that's almost a case-by-case basis at this point.
For once, I never just go all out on a guess unless they ask me for it, or if I tell them, can I do this? Because they're paying for a product, and you can't just destroy a person without knowing, like having that kind of like conversation first.
I mean, if you're looking at it strictly from the, you know, the art versus the act, the art being like it as a form of art and the act being, you know, having to sell it for money. Like, you know, from this, if you want to sell shit for money, then yeah, there's a line. But if you're talking about the art itself, there's no line.
As far as going too far, I think once you've spotted someone that will handle the humor, there may not be a too far. I mean, with regards to something that might not get you fired, you don't want to do that, but I don't think there is a limit to exaggeration. I think you can just take it as far as you want to. It's all about the art, right?
And then sometimes you just, I just want to do it, I'll just do it. You know? But I would say a lot of times is deciding if this person can take it, if you can win them over. You know, sometimes you have to talk to them a little bit and explain to them like what you're doing, because it's very different from a lot of, I guess, more traditional art styles or caricature styles.
I just gauge out, like, are these people cool? Are they fun? Can I get them to understand it? Or do I just not care? Am I gonna be willing to deal with the rejects today?
I don't know a caricature artist who likes exaggerating or likes to draw caricatures, who isn't a little punk rock about it, and just says, I'm kind of going to do whatever I want.
My friend Grigor, in my opinion, was one of the best at exaggeration in live caricature. He's ridiculous how good he is. And he would get so many rejections, it was ridiculous, because he did not care.
I try to find a really nice balance. If I can pull off a really good exaggeration and get a really good reaction, like they know it, I tapped into something that I made them understand what a caricature is, and I made them like it, even if they weren't expecting something real exaggerated. That is the sweetest spot.
Well, Mad is a huge cultural influence, and a lot of this humor that you see is all a result of Mad's influences, like The Daily Show and The Colbert Report and SNL, and a lot of this stuff that today is like the standard of humor was really a lot of Mad sensibilities that were absorbed by these guys back in their younger days. So caricature has been just like a central part of Mad, and as a caricature artist, I was drawn to the magazine. My name is Tom Richmond. I'm an illustrator, cartoonist, caricaturist, humorous illustrator, whatever title you want to place on me. Been doing it for 30 years now. Whenever I just had an opportunity to draw without anybody telling me what to do, I always drew funny drawings. You know, I drew comics of all my friends, and I was doing caricatures of all of us, you know, without even really realizing what caricatures were. So what I do with this is what you see just with the word boxes and the panels, that's what I get from Mad. So it shows me, you know, exactly what's being said, and I know exactly how much room I've got. Then the script, which comes in a, you know, like a Word document or whatever, it describes the action that's going on. So this may say, you know, scene of the burning city, villagers talking, and then here's their dialogue, and here's Bard breaks out of his jail, and so I know which scene in the movie that we're depicting. And then the thing about doing a parody for Mad is it's sort of like juggling. You've got to do multiple things to make it work. One is comic book storytelling. You have to design the pages so you move the eye around the page and all the things that you do with regular comics. Then you've got to do likenesses, so you have to do caricatures of individual people, and many times, you know, over and over again, in different expressions, different poses, different angles, and that type of thing. Then you have to do what's called sell the gag, and these boxes have jokes in them, you know, so I have to do the artwork to make the joke work. In some cases I reinforce the joke, in some cases the visual is part of the joke, but I have to reinforce or sell the gag. And then the other part of it is writing my own gags, visual gags in the background and that sort of thing. So, you know, I will indicate those in here in places like throwing Fire Marshal Bill as a cameo in the burning city thing. It's just a little visual gag, you know. And then when I was a kid, it was just about the humor, but then when I started actually doing caricatures at theme parks, I sort of rediscovered Mad in the 90s and was like, wow, you know, was all this really incredible art going on back when I was a kid, just laughing at the Don Martin cartoons and, you know, the wacky packages sort of humor. And I look back at all my old Mads, was like, yep, Jack Davis, Mort Drucker, you know, Angelo Torres, these guys were all geniuses. So as far as caricature goes, I mean, like Mort Drucker probably defined caricature for generations of kids. So that look became something that they identified with. And, you know, now today, Mad's not quite what it used to be, but no magazine is these days. But, you know, I'm still trying to carry on that sort of tradition.
Check this out, just get in here. Rob Wren goes the extra mile and feeds his crew. Look at this stuff, man. I mean, if you're cool. Yeah. There's some people who doesn't feed.
You can only eat so many corn dogs, though. The sandwich, the value of the sandwich on the fairgrounds is probably $5, $50, $6.
Yeah. And that's what he expects from you.
Sunscreening up because it's hot out. Sun's bright. It's what, 90 degrees out today.
This is day one?
Day one.
It's only 85.
It's gonna be 90. It feels like 90.
It's only 85. Rob, what time is it?
It's 10 a.m. Rob, you need some sunscreen? So it's opening day, and how's it been? When does it show up? Typically.
Well, I have a problem where I'm always looking at numbers. I always have my spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets, but I have it on my phone, so I'm constantly looking at noon, we're at 285 in sales. 5 o'clock, we're 800. And I always have numbers, I'm always pushing it, and that's why it's good that Tom over here is just casual and comfortable because he doesn't really push numbers. But as like the business owner and I guess the boss or whatever you want to say, I gotta worry about that stuff. So that's what I'm in right now. It's always stressful the first day. Because it's almost always a slow start in the event.
My name's Tony Sabota. I draw caricatures for a living. We do this stuff for a living. It's crazy. Today is the hottest day this week, at least, if not possibly the whole fair, so we're all kind of drenched. I'm anticipating a lot of long days and sleepless nights and a lot of fun. Yeah, bring it on.
All right, man, you want to see it?
Yeah.
That's a good laugh.
That's a good one. We have begun.
My name is Mary Kay Williams. I am a traveling caricature artist slash jazz vocalist slash amateur Lindy Hop swing dancer. I have a feeling this fair is going to go very well this year. The weather is going to be a bit hot, but I don't see any rain, and usually that is people pay attention to the forecast of rain. So if the rain is forecast, people will make other plans and not come to the fair. So if there is no rain in the forecast, then we can't expect a huge crowd of people, especially in the later hours and on weekends. So I am hoping for just non-stop drawing and well, lots of money.
We're gonna make a movie about a movie.
I'll never direct TV again in my life. Don't worry about it.
That we had together. See our people back there. You see those people sitting back behind us?
Hey, are you ready to see it?
Yes. women, we had all the women do the pictures together.
We're planning for it. We want to get the
Wonderful.
Come on, right now.
What's up, Eric? What's happening? You guys ready for your romantic caricature together? We'll be here all day.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, you ready for your caricature? We're pretty good at drawing beards. We are at the Ohio State Fair. Here representing In Your Face Caricatures, Rob Wren's company. Yesterday was, I'd say, pretty busy. It's a little warm right now, getting my suntan on my legs. So that's good. Obviously, you're gonna edit some of this, right?
Nope. I know, Rob. We'll put it behind. It looks like shit.
Right, yeah, look at this. Yeah, like he just has like dirty sheets all over the place. You either put a demo or you put like a clean white sheet of piece of paper. Because I think it's cool to see a sheet of white paper. From the customer's point of view, they look at it and they can think like that could be my face. You know what I mean?
I had a guest come up and they were picking up a drawing that we had done earlier, and she had this little box of fried goodies, and I said, "Ooh, what is that?" And she's like, "It's a fried Oreo." I'm like, "Those look awesome." And she's like, "Do you want one?" I said, "Yeah." And so she gave me a fried Oreo. So this is one of the perks of working at the fair, and this is what I look for. This is why we do it. Yeah. Oh,
I've
man.
gotten it before when I was younger, but like,
Did you?
It took forever. One of my friends was really good at it. And he like made friends with the guys who worked at things, so they just let us do it for free. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
What's up?
What are you ordering?
Chocolate dip cookie dough with sprinkles.
Oh, dang, Reggie. Like, I trust you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you get any of it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good call, sprinkles.
Yeah, make me happy. This is smart. We're smart.
Sounds awesome.
Well, it's like we said earlier, it's just fun to mock yourselves and have somebody mock you for fun. It's all fun because it gets the artist's personality across as well as a little bit of us as well. So.
Ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
That's perfect. This might be the best one, and I'm not just saying that.
Whoa.
That is amazing.
Special delivery because we need it.
This pays us. This is where all the money is. Feel good. Feel good. Got some rest today, so I'm definitely a lucky guy on the crew.
Well, I think I'm just overtired. Like, the hours are so crazy. And the worst part is you wake up and you just gotta start over again, you know? You go to sleep, it's like you don't wanna go to sleep because then the next day starts and you're at a fair for 15 hours. So I was rushing this morning and I forgot my iPad, which is my register. And of course I also forgot the keys. Everything was in the same bag, so we couldn't get in the register. So we didn't have change, couldn't keep track of anything. For credit card, we were luckily able to use the phone.
This is the last day of the Ohio State Fair, and I'm taking a very quick dinner. This is all I'm going to have time to eat, and then it's going to be non-stop from now, about 6:30 until 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, so I just had a couple of walk-offs, which is fine because I am absolutely fried. Sometimes what happens is people don't realize we charge for every face we draw. So for more work, we charge more, like every other industry based in reality. No amount of caffeine or B vitamins is going to help me at this point. This is the end of the week. This is Sunday.
What day is this? How many days?
This is day 12. Day 12. And the number one question we get on day 12 is, do you have an end of the fair discount? To which I reply, yes, we do. And I've been drawing pretty much nonstop for the past 12 days. And I've been doing this for 15 years. So the end of the fair discount is that if you want a drawing that's that good, you can sit down and get one. But if not, then feel free to leave. Because I'm very happy not to draw you as well if you don't think it's worth it. But if you do want to get one, I will definitely make sure it's worth it for you to get a drawing of your face. So I'm exhausted. I would love to take a nap for 3 days. But it's time to push through. It's time to be professional and you know, serve the customers that want one and finish strong. So that's the goal at this point. I'm done.
This is my second day. I started Saturday. I have a full-time job in Cleveland, so I could only come down for 2 days, but 2 days is better than none. So any chance to draw.
I do this drawing at the end of the night, and it was just a complete waste of time, you know, and I normally, if the day is busy and someone rejects a sketch, I just, whatever, move on. I do the drawing, and I tear it off, and I show it to them, and they just look at it, they stare, like, no. I mean, I just told them, I said, well, just, I mean, go on, guys, like, I can't, I'm like, whatever, you know, it's, end of the, but that's the note I went off on, and that's the note I started on today. And admittedly, this is one of the ones that I was, like, questioning myself, because I'm like, is this a good drawing, you know? I, you know, went into my quick sketch mode, and I did something fast, but, you know, something that I think is worth the price that we posted. Yeah, well, maybe the baby was a little creepy. Anyway, that's that. That was my reject. You know, that's not my problem.
I'm dancing around these syllables and trying to get these dinner rolls. Yelling fire in the hole or something like we finna blow the night's right starlight and we finna kill a show. Jam band status won't stop till we wanna go. No refunds on time spent. So we came here just to cut rugs and hype chicks. Get all your hands up to the highest. See, we are not righteous, but we had to write this cause we live a little more, we tend to get by. We live a little better, yeah, we get a little high. We live a little more, we tend to get by. We live a little better when we do it right. Under a low sun, we dance it off now. Under a low sun. So what more can you ask for? In the face of disaster now.
You got 7 tips, and yesterday you got 29 tips. So your total is 472. Yeah.
Baller.
575. You got 11 tips.
The season just ended, and I think we like to say we're hibernating. We're gonna relax. We're gonna sleep in. We're not gonna stress out. I'm not gonna have to book anything. I don't have to make any more phone calls. I don't have to send out any more contracts. I don't have to sign any more checks. This is my favorite time of year because I want to be here in my studio with a coffee in my hand. I want to be able to relax, work in my pajamas if I want to, with a beer in my hand or whatever. Like, that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm approaching now. The season went well, we worked hard, and now it's kind of time to have fun, I guess, spend time in my studio.
I have accrued a collection of rejection stories. Over the last 5 years, my artwork has been torn up, has been wadded up, was set on fire once. I've been punched twice.
When it comes to rejects, you know, it's, you know, we mass produce these caricatures, and I'm not saying I don't love, fall in love with every sketch I do and everything. I love what I do, but if they don't like it, the bigger picture is are they happy? You know, and that's my job.
People will most of the time like it. Sometimes they politely take it, and maybe you can see in their face and their expression and their body language that maybe they don't like it, or they're just buying it because they feel obligated to it, whatever. But sometimes they really hate it, and they'll tell you. And either they'll, I've had a couple people cursing me before. I've had people come back and bring it back and just slam it down and demand their money back. But I think one of the worst circumstances, I actually had somebody flip my table over one time.
Like mid-drawing, ripped the paper off my easel, like slapped my hand out the way, ripped the paper, balled it up, and just threw it at my easel, and just grabbed the kid and walked off. What the fuck? Like, what is wrong?
There'd be so many times people would just stand there with their fucking drawing like, tell me this doesn't look like me. Tell me this doesn't look like me. And it's like, it's just a fucking drawing, man. You know, it's like, you're letting it ruin your day. You sat in front of me. I mean.
A woman told me she would kick me if I wasn't in a wheelchair. So there you go.
That takes it.
Yeah.
I feel rejected when my art gets rejected. I feel infected by the sadness it brings. Told these people
We were doing one of the collabs, and it was Thanksgiving Day. So it was a beautiful day to be thankful and loving and kind. So we pitched the collab to them, and they agreed to a collab. And what we're gonna do is Chris Chu is gonna draw the guy. I'm gonna draw the girl. Then Nate Cap is gonna come. It's a black and white. He's just gonna shade it in. Just gonna just something so he can be included.
And so Corey started drawing the woman, and he finished. And then I drew the guy, and I finished. And Nate's part in this collaboration was he was just going to tone it, which is to shade it.
So I get on there, and I can't remember what was said, but like Chua and Corey kind of made a joke or something, and he didn't really think it was funny.
He complains about it being really cold, and Nate's like, I'll be done in 1 minute.
And the guy responded with, you better be done, or else I'm gonna kick over this easel.
So Nate shades the sketch. We all come over to sign it. Keep in mind, Nate only shaded it. Didn't draw any of this picture. Not one line, just shading. And tear off the caricature, and it was a pretty crazy one. Like, the exaggeration was like.
So anyway, I ripped the drawing off, and I show him, and the girl does kind of one of those like, and sees that he's not laughing, and she's just like.
So they see it, and they have this like blank look, and they stand up, and the dude's like, what is that? I don't even know.
He did not understand it, and was very confused, and was very aggressive, and was just, he didn't say too much at the time, but you could tell he was just confused.
And Nate, just was like, oh, well, if you guys don't want it, you guys don't have to buy it. We're not about shoving it down your throat.
And this guy was just so aggressive and mad that he said, if there wasn't other people around, I would bash in your skull.
Then capped it off with, yeah, go ahead and look at me. Look at me, I'll crush your fucking skull.
He's like, if you look at me, he's like, I'll crush your skull, like that. And I'm like, I felt it. I felt that he was very serious. Like, I felt this, like, I was very frightened at this moment. And I just raised my eyebrows like this. And I saw his fist like shaking like that, and I'm like, okay, this guy definitely could crush my skull. So I'm going to peacefully walk away and not look at him because I don't want anything to happen.
But anyways, that's probably the most like intense reject story. Somebody threatening to crush Nate's skull. And poor Nate, who didn't even draw the damn picture. Like, so Nate almost died because Chris and I went a little too crazy. But customers love our collaborations.
Well, what I don't understand, I still don't get it. Because, I mean, isn't it supposed to look like Mark Ruffalo? I don't know what you want to do with the tear duct. That's the one thing I'm just like, do you just want it to be softer because does it just look too harsh or something? Okay, so I can soften that, and that one line you circled, I don't know, soften that, I guess. But the thing is because it is a painting and not a photograph. I started with a red background, and the red, basically, the red is part of it because it's a painting. And if I paint all that away, well, it's just going to look exactly like a photograph. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard for me to understand because to me it looks exactly like him. The thing is too is I want it to look like a painting. So no problem. I'll see what I can do on it. All right. Take care. Yeah. All right.
Wow. My name is Jason Seiler, and I'm an illustrator slash caricature artist. Basically, pay me, and I'll draw stuff for you if I feel like it, if it's something I'm interested in. But that's what I do. I've been working professionally since I was 15, and I've been working for pretty much every magazine that you can think of, and it's still exciting for me.
The funny thing about this is, to me, this looks like Mark Ruffalo. It feels like him, and it looks like him. And they're saying, you know, he looks a little too rugged, or he doesn't look Hollywood enough. So I have to make some changes to that.
I've been drawing obsessively since I was a little kid. Like, I mean, as far as I can remember, I've been drawing. I had no goal. I had no like direction. I had no idea of what. I never knew that I could make it as an artist. It was never anything that, you know, went through my mind.
You know what's really weird? I love doing caricature way more. It's more fun. Yeah. But all of a sudden, the last couple of years, I've become portrait guy. And because I can paint them really well, and there's no mystery to it. It's just like, caricature is more complicated because you got to see how someone looks and understand how they look and then take it to some other place. Portrait, I'm just measuring, and I am kind of subtly charactering a little, like giving a little bit more expression in the eyes and that kind of stuff. And so the idea for me is basically, for me, when I do portraits, I like to be more expressive and painterly and have fun with it, because if you make it look too much like a photograph, what's the point? You know, I want it to feel like artwork.
So, you see what I did? I'm gonna put a layer of blue on top to cool. Just a little bit, yeah. We'll see. I don't know. So I'm gonna just give them a couple of versions that they can play with here. So I'm gonna send them 2 different versions. Be like, pick which one you want. The original one I did is still the one that's gonna be on my website.
I love the convention. It's like just the longest drink and draw ever.
I didn't know people did illustrative caricatures or studio caricatures or painted caricatures. I thought people were just gonna set up with markers and drawing boards and hit to it like a line style, like at the park. But no, it was not like that.
I've never heard of any kind of event where everyone sits and draws each other for free for an entire week, you know, just to fucking draw.
All you have to really do to explain it is say, imagine you get about 200 caricature artists and lock them in a room together for 4 days and have them draw each other silly. That's what it is.
It was 1991 is when I first started hearing about this NCN, this guy Buddy Rose out of Texas. Mind you, the internet may have just been starting, or it wasn't in existence at that time, or, you know, anyway, it wasn't in play. So I had to write him and get on the mailing list. So I started getting this newsletter, and then lo and behold, one of the first couple I get, first ever caricature artist convention in Cozumel, Mexico.
The National Caricature Network, known as the NCN, is an international organization consisting of over 350 professional and semi-professional caricature artists. The inaugural week-long convention was held in Cozumel, Mexico in 1992. This sleepy little resort town in the Caribbean saw 20 or so brave artists venture into the unknown for what was to become a magical experience of art, culture, and camaraderie.
All in all, I do not remember the actual number, but it was less than 20. It was right at 17, 18, 19 artists competing in a group of about 40 people. We drew in the town plaza there, and we got together at a restaurant and just talked and got to know each other and sketched, you know, and the first, you know, jam session was in a restaurant in Cozumel, Mexico, a long table, everyone with sketch pads. That would be the first ever NCN gathering of artists.
It used to be called the National Caricatures Network, the NCN. We started realizing that there was more people from all over the world at this than just Americans. So we made the bold decision to change it to International Society of Caricature Artists, ISCA.
At the time that I started as a member, retail caricaturists were not really very involved. It was mostly gig artists. And then I was sort of one of the first people that did them in theme parks that started getting, you know, involved.
I always try to get new people to go, all the kids that I would work with at Sesame, and just, it's crazy because they kind of look at it as like, that's the elitist event for caricatures. You know, like only top-notch caricature artists go there. And I'm like, well, it's not really the case. We try to get everybody to go, you know, because there's, you know, people who have been doing it forever, and then people who it's their first year doing it.
In 2003, I went to the first, or 2002, 2003, I went to the first convention I ever went to. I had just heard about it, and I was jazzed because it's like there's 150, 200 people who do what I love, and I didn't know that they existed.
And it's become kind of like an art getaway, where we have this community of artists where I can ask for help, where I can help other people if they want it, where I can look at different faces, maybe try something I've never tried before, do a medium I've never done before. And it's just a great creative atmosphere that I've come to really kind of covet at least once in my year.
Everybody's doing what they do and they're being successful at it. And I think that's the cool part.
And then I'm talking Grigor to come with me. Awesome. And so Grigor, if he comes and he actually does what he does, I'm excited. It's gonna be a sexy year.
And the two doors are far apart.
Steel walls.
How's it going? Hi. Hey guys. How you doing, man?
Yeah, bud. How are you?
Glad to be here, man. It's my caricature watch because caricatures are exaggerated. It's my exaggerated watch. And then there's this guy. This is Joe. No, you're not supposed to break the fourth wall.
No, we can do what we want. It's our movie. This is Joe.
Hey, Joe. How you
This
doing,
is
man?
Nolan.
Welcome.
Oh, shit.
I'll just show
Okay, so not only do we have competitions that take place at the convention with, stuff on site, but we also have portfolio and studio submissions as well. So this is the work that artists have been working on for the entirety of the year, in some cases many years. This is like their best work that they do on their own time, in their own studio space, with no parameters. So you'll see a lot of celebrity pieces, a lot of very recognizable a lot of iconography, basically. It's really important with these that they're recognizable people. That way everyone can relate to it and they know exactly what they exaggerated. Portfolios are these guys. Artists will bring in their portfolios and people can flip through them throughout the span of the convention, and then they actually cast a ballot. It's a separate ballot than all this stuff, and they look at the pieces and, oh, this guy's really good. Yeah, so the portfolios are pretty cool. Some people actually that are self-published will just bring their books. Jason Seiler just brought his book, and that's his portfolio. Pretty cool.
Are these supposed to be blank, or what's this?
So what's going to happen is when everyone comes in, they're going to put their competition number on these. Okay. So that way you know who the book is designated to. Because when we vote off of a number system. We don't vote off of names. So we ask that the artists don't sign their work. We try to keep it ambiguous, even though people kind of know who's who because we follow each other every year. But everyone's got a number on their wall, so they just put their number on the piece instead of their name. So same deal with all this stuff too. Pretty cool. I dig it. Signing and selling Mad Art's complete artist book. So if you give them a few minutes to get set up, they'd be more than happy to show their book off. And if you'd like to buy it, they're taking cash only. Get more details at the table. It's right here in the front, next to Torrin Thomas. I love that. That's perfect.
I'm BJ Hahn. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I've worked at the Worlds of Fun with Commons Art for 15 years. And when I'm here, I do cutouts with paper. First, I measure out the frame that I want to work with, and then I draw out the people that I want to do, and it makes a blueprint of how I want to start. And then from each one of these, there'll be different colors cut out of different scrap papers and construction papers, cork board, paint chips, really anything that works for me. And then with a bit of foam core, tape, double-sided tape, glue, super glue, popsicle sticks, toothpicks, wire, everything else, they get formed together like a little guy. And then they can stand up and go in the shadow box. And it's a cool 3D art.
In the world of caricature, this is probably the best place to be in terms of seeing the diversity of people, and they're from all over the world. And the age range is very wide, and we're all getting together and we're all getting along. And with caricature, it's the highest compliment actually to get a caricature. The worst thing that can actually happen, to tell you the truth, is to go to a caricature convention and not get at least one caricature.
Well, I'm trying to do like a jungle theme, you know, to kind of keep with the whole Kalahari 2015. Make it like a little kind of memento poster. I made a totem pole of some people. And I've got some of the headliners kind of in the foreground, you know. Yeah. I like to bite off more than I can chew, you know.
I guess I kind of did this one a little bit first. This is kind of like, kind of there, but not really. So I wanted to like, okay, that's where I started from. And then the next one, try to push it a little bit further. You know, I mean, that's okay. I'd be a little embarrassed if that's what I put up on the wall, to tell you the truth.
I'm working on a sculpture of Tom Faraci. And it's kind of got like a rat thing, kind of a feel to it. I still have to add a few more things and then bake it and then I'll paint it. So still got some time left on it. I'm probably not gonna go to sleep.
Well, my name is Chris Payne. I illustrate under the name C.F. Payne, and I've been illustrating now what will be soon into my 40th year of illustrating. You know, wrapping up this year's conference, and it was great. Number one, it's great to be invited back. I'm stunned to feel that it's been 15, 16 years. I mean, it's weird to think that much time has passed, but it's great to be back. And you know, what I wanted to come here with was to discuss not just illustration or caricature itself, but the idea of making a living doing art and doing what you love to do. And to me, that's the most important thing, is not to just, okay, you have something, it's successful, it's going good, not just to ride that wave until it ends. Because sometimes if you just ride it till it ends, then to try to find that new wave, you're going to struggle and struggle and struggle. So my feeling is you're always trying to push yourself, advance yourself, grow as an artist. And that to me was the most important thing I was trying to get across.
Is it Matt? No, it all. It's just, it's not like there's no purpose.
Well, for this in particular, I came this year wanting to just paint. I love the idea of traditional art and the one sacred flawed object that can be destroyed and ruined over time. I just love that. This was an idea of painting something a little beyond caricature, a little more of a portrait, a little more of mood lighting, and an idea of tying it in with a feeling of a creature or an animal that a person feels exemplary of to me. So Dexter is my friend, and he feels happy, he feels confident, and he happens to have the visual representation of a rooster comb with his little coif of hair. So it just felt right to try it with him. And it was also important to me to paint something large, to spend this much time, someone I know who will be both willing to take it home and appreciate it as much as I want them to.
I don't even know anymore. It's it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired, and I'd run like 2 seminars, and I've been just all over the place, just smoozing and catching up, and I did one really fun piece, and now I'm playing. So this is Bobby wearing the skin of a unicorn, and we'll see how that goes. I don't even know if I'll finish it, but it's fun to experiment, so I might as well experiment while I'm here. So the really fun piece was I drew everyone being pushed off of a cliff by myself. That was my fun piece. And you can make out like 15 people, but there's just like a pile of people at the bottom, and that is everybody else. it's really nice to come to the convention because it's really rejuvenating. So I felt like I was getting in a kind of a rut. And the convention's always a great way to just kind of get those juices flowing again and decide what do I want to do, what do I want to focus on, and then like go home and get fired up for next year and like have plans, whatever those are. I don't know. We'll see.
Boom.
Party drink. You nailed it. Okay, ready? I'm gonna do mine really high.
Got it.
Perfect. Okay, you ready? Watch this, baby. You ready? Watch this. Get it.
Birthday to you!
In the mid-40s. Want to give a shout out to all those attending the ISCA convention. That's the International Society of Caricature Artists, taking place right now over at the Kalahari Resort right here in town. There's top artists that come from all over the world and then spend a week drawing one another. Sounds kind of kinky. Tonight's the final awards ceremony. The award for the Artist of the Year, now get this, is called the Golden Nosy. I don't make this stuff up, guys. It's 9 o'clock. I'm Mark Sebastian, and this is Sky.
Oh, this is much better than what I was working on last night. I scrapped it. Scrapped the whole thing. I'm like, this is not happening. I'm not sculpting. So I broke out the paints and I did one last painting for the convention. I really like it.
No unicorn?
No unicorn. I was really mad because I had like a really good idea, but I just couldn't. I didn't have the skills nor the time to execute. So I decided to go with something still challenging, but less frustrating. But I'm excited. I'm really happy with what I did this convention. So.
Hey guys, we got a couple reminders for everyone. When you're hanging your artwork on the wall, make sure you are numbering each piece. We also have about 2 hours and 18 minutes left. Drawing stops at 3. Everything must be hung on the wall at that time, and you'll have an hour and a half to pack up and get everything out of there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
11 minutes to get all of your art up on the walls. 11 minutes. All right, we're going to be walking around. We're going to be making sure everyone is in fiddle farting with their walls. So get your art up. Now's your last chance. I want to warn you, with each passing 30 minutes, I will get more and more annoying. Get that art up. We're sending our hounds out. Get the art up on the walls. And then also, once the art is on the walls, it's time to pack up and get out of here. Get some sleep. Caricatures of the year. Ooh. Number Seventh place, top caricature artist of the year is Joe Blue. Sixth place, Saxu. All right, fifth place. Caricature artist here, fourth place. Whoa! It's the heavy boys. Gets excited. Bronze nosy winner, Kosuke excited. Silver nosy.
You know, Sandusky is when holds a special place for me. That's where I won my Golden Nosy.
Yeah, I won the Golden Nosy my first year going. Yeah, it's 2003, January, I think.
You know, the Golden Nosies were, frankly, I didn't think I deserved either of them. I thought there were better caricaturists in the room.
I really didn't see it coming. I was just there drawing, and when they called me that I won the Caricature Artist of the Year, I was pretty blown away by it.
That means a lot to me that people, you know, respond to your work, because artwork is it's a work of passion, and so when you can find the passion in others to create a connection that people like it, that's a beautiful thing.
All right, let's make some noise. 2016 Caricature Artist of the Year. Rigor.
I'm really shocked. I thought Manny's gonna win this, really. I really thought Manny was gonna get it because it's so well deserved for him, and I'm glad I was up there with him. And you know, like, he looked up to me, and I'm like, I look up to him now. It's like, it's so crazy. I look up to Eric Goodwin, I look up to Jason, I look up to so many amazing artists now. Again, I am really shocked. I was more concerned, I would have been more upset, actually, if I didn't win this, to be honest, or place in this, because,
Which
you know,
one's that?
it's, you know.
There we go.
Yeah, because, like, for the lifespan of my caricature career, you know, like, people have, like, you know, known me for that. And I look around me and I just see so much amazing talent. You know, everyone from Japan, like, you know, all those guys are just mind-blowing, you know, like, it's so well deserved for them, you know? So, again, thank you.
The interesting thing in wrapping up this year at ISCA is, understand it's probably been at least 15, maybe 16 years since I was here last time. And so there's a lot of new faces, as you can imagine, and a lot of faces that I remember aren't here. They're either off doing other things or I don't know, maybe they're even out of the profession, I don't know. But the thing that's neat about it is, of course, the same vitality is here as it was 15, 16 years ago. The constant buzz of art being made and the constant buzz of playing and experimenting and trying different things, and artists connecting with each other and talking about styles and points of view and techniques and things like that. So what I see that's really great about it is the fact that it's a place where people are kind of like-minded in their goals and their desires of being good at something and utilizing this place to help make them better.
When I went to my first convention, it changed my life so much that I decided I would never miss another one if I possibly, if I could go to all of them, I would, because it changed my life to where I was supporting myself and doing something that I thought I could improve at and enjoy.
Having missed 3 conventions after 7, yeah, it felt really empty. I felt like I was missing out on something. And then when I came back, it was one of those, why the hell didn't I keep coming? Why didn't I? I wish I had stuff going on, but I don't care. I should have been here.
And that's why ISCA is just so amazing. And that's where I met all of my favorite people.
Well, every time I attend a caricature convention, I feel I come out of it on a whole new level than I went into it. So it's probably the most important experiences I've had in my life have been those conventions.
The conventions, they continue to evolve, and each one is super thrilling and exciting, and it's 5-6 days of adrenaline and trying and working to create the best art you can, and meeting other friends and and connecting with other people and everything else. It's a good thing.
How's caricature art impacted my life?
It's a deep question.
It is a very deep question.
It started my life. It is the reason I was able to get out of my parents' house. It was my first trip out of state with friends.
For someone from the lower middle class that didn't start off with like money or anything, caricature is really a way for you to work yourself into being an artist.
You meet people in school and you meet people from your childhood and you have your friends, but I would say I have more friends through caricatures, whether it's the theme parks or painters or illustrators or people who work in animation, than any other facet of my life. So it's given me just an amazing, amazing group of friends.
It teaches you a lot to draw someone in 5 minutes. Like I said, it's like life drawing. If you can knock out your idea in like 5 to 10 minutes, you can have your finished piece will be that much stronger if you're working in the studio or something.
The greatest high that I get off of doing what I do is when I can pull off something really great, really funny, really exaggerated that looks like them and is wonderfully executed, and they love it, and I get happiness and satisfaction out of it too. That's a great day, and so that's a nice way to make a living.
Just keep at it and don't give up, and don't listen to people when they tell you to give up at this, because it is a lifelong investment. If you really, really enjoy caricatures, it's a lifelong investment, because there's nowhere to go but up.
It's not racist to draw you how you look. Just bring the rejects book. Draw that underbite on a girl just right. And be a crook to not draw your braces. Joe Bloom's pupils are in the room. Anytime exaggeration looms. He started a way that continues today. Doing truthful art from the womb to the tomb. Here's the basics. You don't need a face fix or a facelift or some fake lips or some fake tits. You're not awake, sis, to how great your face is, miss. You're living in a desert of fakeness. So come with me to self-discovery in your new reality-based beautiful truth oasis. Yeah, here's what we do. Draw what makes you you. Exaggerate. Make it look like a goddamn piece of cake. Even though it's tougher than the skin you're in. Send you off on your way. Make you laugh and feel great. Or make you feel like a piece of poo-poo. Either way, it's really you, boo. Maybe one day you'll see it's all true. Work hard for for the money, even harder on the art. Even though I got a part where they put all my heart in it. Yeah, I drew you funny. You probably throw a dart on it, probably want to fart on it. Cause it doesn't match a magic mirror on the wall. You knew I'd mess you up and you feared it all. You'll probably steer clear of the next artist at the mall. Your vain vanity eventually it's got to fall. I'll be the one that'll draw your face. Let's make some magic happen on this blank white page. My marker's been lonely and it's longing for you. Just gotta trust me, stranger baby. This is something I can do. I can't go on living if you don't sit down. I need to draw your face even if you're frown. Your caricature would be beautiful, beautifully ugly. You can find us on the mall, nearly all the theme parks, the boardwalks, the city parks, all the hits. Bring the art party to corporate events, and we're heading to weddings. That's the biz we're getting. Your little Marty turned 3's little birthday party is gonna suck without a sketch of his little kicky cheeks. Never fear, the best entertainment's here. We're gonna quench your thirst for fun better than beer. Or laugh so hard that you're torn apart, that your sides split and you shit yourself and you got fuzz. Your smile ripped. Wanna know how I got these scars? And your ass fell off and your lungs collapsed and you cried because you were so happy and you died laughing in a tear bath. Yeah, that's the caricature aftermath. We bring fun and joy to all the girls and boys. If you're shy and coy, then go fish. You will not enjoy. Santa's got nothing. A caricature is better than any old Christmas. You'll be in bliss, miss. Your life has missed this. It's like a Listerine kiss, so fresh and so clean. If you know what I mean and get the gist of this, I'll put this marker in my fist and quickly make a scene. Caricate, eventually going to drive me to insanity. If you can't say or spell this damn word correctly. Get my lips when I say this word. Caricature. I said it clear, just open your ears. We don't draw motherfucking characters here. Gonna be the one that'll draw your face. Let's make some magic happen on this blank white page. My marker's been lonely and it's longing for you. Just gotta trust me, stranger baby. This is something I can do. I can't go on living if you don't sit down. I need to draw your face even if you're frown. Your caricature would be beautiful, beautifully ugly. Draw me pretty, pretty, pretty. Trying people funny as mean as shitty. I want it normal cause I'm boring. I don't like to smile, I'm a sad, sad story. Just lie to me. After this I'll probably need a lobotomy. Why does it have to be funny? I'm crying already and this picture will probably stun me. Oh my god, oh my god. Can you please leave out all my flaws? I hate my nose and I hate my jaw. It's gonna be so awkward when you stare at me while you draw. Make me thinner cause I wanna hang this up. In all my Insta selfies I have lips like a dog. Draw me ugly, I just can't cope. You're gonna draw me serious and beautiful, I hope. No. It's no surprise that most of us guys start with the eyes where the soul resides. They can be bloodshot, like in a mug shot. Too much pot with eyelids half shut. I think they can be chinky or double blinky, giving a stinky eye if you're a wrinkly guy. They get kicked up with makeup, fake lashes, stuff flashes like dashes of fluttering butterflies. You've got a sausage schnoz, a phallic nose. It leaks like a snotty faucet hose, yo. Your wonky honker is much stronger and longer than an elephant trunk. It's got a hell of a book. Your beak is not on fleek, you freak, and I know it's bleak, but you look like a beast that meat on an alien beach. Your proboscis is preposterous, like a hippopotamus's nostrils that are peach. Now it comes to the lips and the teeth and the gums and the smile lines. That metal mouth shine just smiles divine. You got spots from fluoride, lipstick on the canine. And then I saw her face. My teeth like a greedy beaver. Now I'm a believer. I'm in love with this mouth breather. You can have richer than eyebrows, a bushy caterpillars. A scruffy homeless looking beard. A soulful patcher, pedophile whisker. A women's wig that no one believes. Our golden locks just right for tea. There are so many varying ways I can mess you up beyond belief. I wanna be the one that'll draw your face. Let's make some magic happen on this blank white page. My marker's been lonely and it's longing for you. Just gotta trust me, stranger baby. This is something I can do. I can't go on living if you don't sit down. I need to draw your face even if you're frown. Your caricature would be beautiful, beautifully ugly.
I love being a caricaturist, an American caricaturist.